Welcome to the Prosperity Podcast for entrepreneurs who are ready to drop the hustle and earn more. I'm your host, Danielle Amos, business and success coach, certified Proctor Institute consultant, and lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you amazing entrepreneurs who have built wealth, harnessing the power of their mind. Prosperity and money are truly about energy, and I'm on a mission to help you create financial abundance through the power of thought. It's time we started normalizing conversations about money and create the wealth that is yours. Are you ready? Let's do this. Welcome to episode 122. This is Danielle Amos, and I am your host. This is the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that has you living your most abundant life. Today, what is top of mind for me is to address the idea of a quote that I'm known to say, and that is, I wrote her and I became her. This, for me, was such an incredibly important phrase. And I even teach things like you create your next level self-identity. And what I've realized, if you just take that statement in isolation, it is misunderstood and it's taken out of context. And so this podcast is to shed some light on what I mean by that and what I know I'm very good at as Bob Proctor's protege and as a coach that has clients that get results. My results, I know I'm good at my job because my clients exponentially grow their income and it's sustainable, it lasts. Our clients turn their yearly income into their monthly, and it gets better and better and better. And so, and one of the things I've been told by the people that work with me is my ability to explain the universal truths in such a way that they can understand them and then live in harmony with them. And so because I've studied the original texts and I've worked very closely with Bob Proctor, I have a scientific mind. So I've been able to break down processes and the laws to create processes and methods so that people can actually live in harmony with them and follow what I say as a stepping stone to their understanding. Okay. So when you understand these principles, then you're able to live in faith, because faith comes through that understanding, which comes then through study. And I've studied this for a long time now, since 2015. I've applied the principles to my own life and noticed the results, and then shown people how to do it in their life and notice the results and studied those people. So this isn't about me today, and it's about you and your understanding. So we have had many people come through our community, and over almost close to 24 now over the past few years, who have hit the $1 million marker. So either they have earned their first month over 83,333. And so now they're on their way. So now it's about keeping earning that and more a month. So that's consistent. So then you can see that they're on their way to the million, or they've actually hit that $1 million in 12 months milestone. And I've studied them. And I've studied those people who have hit that milestone and then compared them with the ones that have not yet. And there is a common thread through all of us who have hit that milestone. And the common thread, there's a method of what they did. And this is what the Millionaire method is all about. The Millionaire method is a free masterclass. If you go to the link in the show notes for this podcast, join it, because I outline that method in this free masterclass, this free webinar series for you. And I've studied, I can see this theme. I've studied them, and I lay out this method for you. And then all you need to do is follow it. And so here is why this podcast came to be, because I've seen some comments like not understanding. I don't teach you to, I do say things like create her, write her, and become her. And I know if you just listen to that part, it sounds like I'm having you create something that's outside of you, like faking it. And I use terms like act as if, because in the beginning, the next level identity that you do create, and I'm going to explain in a moment, is outside of your habitual way right now. But here is the truth. It's not actually that you create this next level self out of nothing. What I show you to do is to become relaxed and get connected to the truth of who you are. And the methods that I teach you by taking pen to paper, it might feel like you're creating from nothing, but you're not. Even when you look at people that you admire and you notice characteristics that you admire about another person, even on the street, you see a woman walking down the street and you admire her posture or the way the clothes fit her, or maybe it's her smile or her energy. You're admiring it because that's what's in you. You have that potential. Your inner being is having you notice in someone else what's possible for you. And this is projection. And it's really important to use this tool to help you discover actually the truth of who you are. So the process of creation is actually one of remembering, and your inner being, your soul, reminding you of who you are. You came here with a purpose. You came here in this physical body for a reason. And when you were born, you forgot all these truths about who you are. And now it's a process of remembering. And your inner being is constantly guiding you to remember. And so some of these tools that I give you are tools so that you can remember and listen to the sweet whispering voice of your inner being that's there, reminding you, showing you your path so that you can remember. And this is what this is what it means to become fully self-expressed. And so what happens is this next level identity that you're growing into, yes, it feels like you're creating her and you step into her. And I use those words because it allows you to take some action and show you what you can, quote unquote, do. The truth is, it's more of a discovery process of self-expression and who you are. And if you're going to be free, you've got to be you. So there's a quote that Bob always said, Bob Proctor, my mentor, he said, if I'm going to be free, I've got to be me. Not the me that I think you think I should be. Not the me that I think my daughter thinks I should be. If I'm going to be free, I've got to be me. Not the me that I think my parents think I should be. Not the me that I think my husband thinks I should be. If I'm going to be free, I've got to be me. And so I better know who me is. And so this path of development, personal development, growth, it's over your entire life. And as you are honest with your desires and you go after what you really want, what your heart is telling you, your inner being is giving you these desires, and you go after them, what happens is there are talents and abilities that are dormant within you that you're going to start to bring to the table. And really, they're only going to show up exactly when you need them. So in order to need something outside of the way you are right now, that's why obstacles or, things outside of your comfort zone get presented to you. And anything outside of your comfort zone is uncomfortable. So when you go after the thing you want, the you that's right in front of me has everything within, and yet we need to develop them. You need to develop them. And so what I noticed in clients is it becomes very important to create the picture of who you are at that next level self. Why? Because we think in pictures. And so it fast forwards, it creates a quantum leap in your results when you actually can see you in your mind at a future date, having this life that you are dreaming of. And so what I've developed is a system that's actually in harmony with the laws that makes so much sense. Bob Proctor said, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And so what you're doing is you're creating identity of you. This is you. It's not outside of you. It's you connecting to your truth. You're getting it on paper and you're writing. Yes, I wrote her, I became her. You're writing it because the writing causes thinking, and you think in pictures. And that's why, like, this is what I'm good at. I'm good at not giving you ideas and then no applicable way on, and you have to figure it out. I'm really good at giving you the steps so that you can create a quantum leap in your life. And results tell the truth. The evidence is all around us. We've got dozens of people that have followed the Millionaire method and are now millionaires. The truth is, you're a millionaire in the making if you desire it. And I'm going to tell you one more thing is, once you get this future person on paper, which is you, it's you remembering, it's your inner being whispering who you truly are. It's embracing all of you, self-expressed, all of you. If there were no fears, if you didn't fear what others would think, how would you be expressing yourself? It's getting all of that on paper. And as you go out and then be her, act as if now, that's when your mind starts to flood your paradigms, your programming starts to flood your mind with fear, doubt, and worry to hold you back. Because the person that you've been habitually showing up as isn't fully self-expressed, isn't displaying all the talents and abilities that you actually have. There's always next level you, there's always growth. And so when you go out and to display these talents, for example, fear, doubt, and worry set in because your habitual way, your programming, your paradigm, your subconscious mind is there to keep you safe. And as soon as you step outside of your comfort zone, it's no longer safe by definition. It's uncomfortable. And your subconscious mind does everything it can to hold you back, to stop you. And this is ego as well. Ego doesn't want you to make a fool of itself, right? And so it keeps you stuck. And what is needed is to understand, first of all, where fear, doubt, and worry comes from and why it's there. And I can explain that. This is lesson 7 in our program. And once you understand the source of fear, you can move past it. You have the ability through understanding, through awareness, to move past it. And it's powerful. And it's necessary. So it's my wish that this podcast landed and gave some clarity. Now, how do you listen to your inner being? Well, you got to get quiet. You've got to meditate. You've got to connect to you, the truth of who you are. These are all things that we teach in our community: meditation, visualization, you getting quiet to hear the truth, and then apply the tools that I've given you in Millionaire Method. Now, if this resonates, if I've explained this well, because I was getting some questions and feedback that, like, I was telling you to go outside of who you are, and that's not true. It's not true at all. This is you embracing you, your inner being, your inner truth. So I'm so proud of you for asking and being here. If this resonates, I'd like you to reach out again. Go enroll for the Millionaire Method while it's free. And share this podcast with others. I really believe there's so much noise out there, and despite all the noise, people are still settling. And I'm on a mission to make sure that people don't settle. There is more for them in life. They've got a bigger impact to make. And these tools help them do that. So thank you for being here and expect abundance.